Welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. Sydney Coulson arrived in Indiana a few days ago, and we got to see pictures of her getting her jersey. We got to hear Amber Cox talking about her, and we got to hear Sydney Coulson herself talk about what it's like to be in Indiana, why she came to Indiana, what she feels she can contribute to Indiana. I did a video on that. If you haven't seen it, be sure to check that out. What we didn't get to see the other day is video footage of her doing what we've gotten to see the other players do when they show up, and that is get in the gym with Keith Porter and company and show us what they got. Show us some of the drills they're doing, and especially in Lexi Hull's case, some of the smiles on their faces to be back in Indiana on what I believe is probably the most enjoyable team in the WNBA to be on. Of course, I only know what I see, and I'm not seeing a lot of other things that other teams are putting out there. Maybe I'm missing them, but I'm not seeing them. But I am seeing the Indiana Fever, and I like that we get to get these glimpses of the players. So let's take a look at Sydney Coulson's snippet of her workout. And when I say snippet, they just give us a snippet, but we'll take it. Let's take a look at this, and then we'll talk some more. First of all, and some of you will appreciate this, I love the tweak of sneakers or tennis shoes. For those of you who say tennis shoes, I love the tweak of sneakers on the gym floor. Just love that sound. I think every person who's ever been a baller really feels at home when you hear that sound. Anyway, like I said, that's just extra. That's just a bonus for you. Let's take a look back at Sydney Coulson's workout snippet here and break it down just a little bit. We don't have a whole lot to break down because they didn't give us a whole lot, but we'll get a closer look anyway. Out, crossover, go one way, finish the other way, pull up jumper, of course, smiling because Keith Porter's always smiling and the staff is smiling again. Hand off to Caitlin Clark, get a pass back. Take it to the basket, hit the jump shot, get the pass, the lead pass, finish there, catch, turn, shoot. Nice soft touch around the basket, and that's what we have. Although we don't get to see a whole lot there in I think it was like 36 seconds, 34 seconds, something like that. What I like most about this is that Sydney Coulson knows her role. She may not know exactly what it's going to look like, but let me put it like this. She knows what her role is not. She's coming in as a backup. Remember, there was that joke out there that she jokingly said when asked, "Are you going to be starting for the Fever?" or something like that. And she jokes and says, "Starting. Yeah, I'm going to be starting from the bench." Remember that?
Sid, you starting for the Fever? Yeah, I'm starting on the bench. I love a good bench joke.
Great sense of humor. Obviously, she's known for her sense of humor, but she's not coming in thinking I'm trying to earn my spot as the lead point guard, as the starting point guard. She has spent her career as a role player, and we've heard her say, I've seen footage of her say, I've shared footage of her say, every role on a team is important. She's 35 years old. She's got more years behind her than ahead of her in the WNBA. And she accepts her role. When her number is called, she said, I'm going to be there. I'm going to bring intensity. I'm going to bring defense. And you can do that. You can do that with heart. You can just look at her face there in that workout. She's not coming in there like, I'm not really important to the team, so let me hold back. First of all, she don't even have to be there. This is the off season. She doesn't have to be there. So what I like about seeing even those few seconds is that a player who knows what her role is not, a player who is used to being a role player, a player who already told us whether I get 8 minutes, 10 minutes, no minutes, whatever, I'm going to do what I have to do. And when my number is called, if my number is called, I'm going to get out there on the floor. And regardless, I'm going to be a veteran presence on this team, and every presence on the team is important. So a person like that, no misconceptions about being the star player or having a plethora of minutes. And then there may be games when that happens, but she's not coming in there trying to make that happen. She's saying, this front office brought me in, this coaching staff brought me in, and I'm here and I'm ready to win, and I'm ready to I know I have something to offer. And so even in the off season, I'm out there already busting my tail for the team. And I'm cool with that. I'm a basketball player. I'm a baller. I know what it is to help teams win. I know what it is to win. I know what it is to rock my role. Question was, are you going to be starting for the Fever? Yeah, starting from the bench. She understands all that, yet it's preseason. She's in the lab, as they say. She's working out hard. Caitlin's there. Coaching staff's there. I think Lexi's there. I don't know. Brianna Turner has been there. And she's putting in the work so that she can be for the team what the team needs her to be, not because she's thinking something else other than what reality is. And that's what's going to make the team work, because there are a lot of pieces to this team, this new look Indiana Fever, a lot of talent. And Sydney Coulson is a part of that talent. She brings intensity. She brings work ethic. She brings defense. She can shoot the ball. She works hard. And she's already working hard. So although it was just 30-something seconds, wasn't even that the drills that we saw. It's the fact that she's there in the offseason. She doesn't have to be there right now. She wants to be there because she's a competitor. And the Indiana Fever has a team of competitors, and every single piece matters. And guess what? The season is just about to kick off with the draft. The draft is just 2 weeks away, like 15 days away, is it? It's coming up really soon. And then, of course, the little bit of preseason they get, and then it's off to the races. I will catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.